Hey guys, what is going on? It is Foxtails9 here, and I have gone way back deep into Skull and Bones. So, everybody knows how slow year 1 was, etc, but year 2 is kicking off with quite a bang, and the things that are coming out for the upcoming seasons are going to be pretty good in my opinion. So, the thing I wanted to do today was just show off one of my ship builds, and as I upgrade more of these, I will be putting out more videos for this. But I'm also working together with the Banished Souls community, Why So Serious and Cryptic Gaming. Both are really cool guys. They're running a really cool community over there. I'll have links to their channels and the Discord in the description below. But for this video, I am wanting to show off my Brigantine build. So let's come down here and go to Manage Fleet, and I can manage the ship itself, and we'll start with the weapons. So, up front, I have Divine Thunders. This ship is fully ascended, and all the weapons on it are also fully ascended, by the way. So, my Divine Thunders, you have a Heaven's Eye, which does, hitting a target sweep point does the whole lightning bolt thing. That's cool. It adds electric damage, and it also has piercing. But I have added to this Combustion, Amplified Electric, and Severity. The Combustion causes explosive damage, Amplified Electric amplifies the electric damage, and Severity does extra damage to ships and structures as severe damage, which could cause any number of things. It can cause sinking, it can cause torn sails. Basically, that's what causes status effects, okay? So, we have those up front, and then moving to the broadsides, they're both the same thing. It is a Foul Isle, which, if you guys don't know about the Foul Isle, it has this ricochet ability to where if you hit a ship, it puts 75% of damage onto another ship, and it ricochets on and on to however many ships they are. They're really good for crowd control and taking out fleet, and they also have piercing, which adds weak point damage. But I've also added Combustion, Soul Mending, and Severity on these as well. So Severity, we know what that one is. Combustion is explosion, and then Soul Mending is the same thing as Nashkar's, where it will heal you per hit on an enemy ship. And I have these on both broadsides. They do the same thing. It's the same perks on both of those. And then on the back, we have Endless Requiem, which is the Hubok Tornado, or the Hubok Torpedoes. Somebody's plundering Megafordos, and sorry about that, guys. But it's the Hubok Torpedoes, which are the Endless Requiems, and their abilities are homing, and they have quick arming, which it increases damage from torpedoes by 150% when the target's beyond 75 meters, and homing it locks onto a target. So they also have flooding damage as well. But for these, I put a burn perk on there, which that's self-explanatory. It adds burning damage. Then Soul Mending as well, which, acts like the Nashkar's, gives you back a percentage of your whole health, and Severity, which causes an additional status effect. Why do I keep going back to that? And then for auxiliary, I am rocking the true, what I believe to be one of the truly most effective auxiliary weapons in this game, which is the Warhammer, which is a rocket launcher that which allows for a volley of 10 heavy rockets instead of your normal 15 to 20 off of a normal rocket launcher, but they do more damage. They have Explosion 2 on them already, which adds 20% as explosive damage, and then it also has Burning, which adds 10% to burning damage. But the effects I have on them are Shock, which that's like your Divine Thunders and things such as it has electric damage. So I've got on this one thing alone, we have Explosive, Burning, and Shock as status effects that are added, and then Severity times 2. One does 109, one does 110. So that is a total of almost 220 additional severe damage that could cause any number of status effects to my enemies in this game. Oh boy. So, with all that being said, I'm sure you guys want to see how effective the Lone Wolf is. So I'm going to back out of my menu here, and I'm going to use this ship for the main purpose that I use it for, which is runs and convoys. I'm going to go on a run a delivery run to show you guys how effective against other ships this ship is in ship-to-ship combat. So we're going to do these 2 roving orders because I have the supplies, and in these roving orders you are not allowed to fast travel. So I'm going to have to sail from St. Anne to where these markers are at, which is all the way over here. So I have to sail from St. Anne, which is right here, all the way down to just below the Grand Fallacy with this cargo without being able to fast travel, which that's not that big a deal. It's really, really fun. More Empire opportunities. So let's get into this. I'm going to go on and get my cargo ready to go, and we'll just go do this run. Now, generally when I'm doing these runs, I try to avoid the combat as much as possible, but I passed it. But I will, just for the sake of being able to show this is an effective build, I might try to go toe-to-toe with a few of these if I'm not too outnumbered by them. So let's transfer that, and then it was 6 of the Imperial Jade. By the way, these cargo runs are one of the... They're not the most effective way, but they're one of the most effective ways to make 8s in the game right now. We want to set sail. So this is just, you know, typical fare as things go, but figured I couldn't do a build video without showing the effectiveness of said build. By the way, the skin on my Brigantine is actually out of the in-game item shop, like not like the in-game item shop, but like the Ubisoft store, and it is the first time they have done anything like that, and it's a legendary skin, and it just looks sick. Aha! Well, if I could aim, that'd be great. There we go. Alright. Well, since I said we were trying to engage the enemy a little bit, I want to take this guy out first. I hate the sharpshooters. That guy will mess my day up. See? That's what I'm saying. He takes out the sails, and then everything else just falls. But you see the amount of damage I'm putting out on these ships is pretty ridiculous, honestly. And then you'll see the healing proc right there. So every time I land a hit that's not a rocket hit, shell shock. It's a new effect they have added. Well, if I could not get sank here, that would be great. Leave it to me to be trying to do a build video and get completely and utterly sank by the other team. Stop with your Megafordos and plundering, man. You missed me. Well, that was too close for my comfort level. I am not afraid to admit that. Let's see what I can do about sinking these guys. Or getting out. Apparently nothing. Don't do it, dude. Okay, you decided to do it. We are going to mess you up now. Give me that crew boarding. So, it is at this point I am also realizing that I forgot to go over my furniture and armor. The armor I've got on this is the Pishkasha, which is really effective on a Brigantine because the Brigantine's thing is ram damage for flooding, but it also with the Pishkasha, that ram damage becomes my health bar. So anytime I hit a ship, it takes the damage that would be done to that ship and puts it into my health bar on this ship, which is actually really freaking awesome for a ship that is designed around ram damage. And that ship is done. Or it's not. Either way. It's alright. Slow down here real quick. Is that a Hubak twin? No, it's just a chorister. Okay. It is an event. We're not trying to do that right now. What we're trying to do is A to B, even though I could probably be very, very effective with that. Fighting the convoy is not what I'm trying to do right now. They're gonna engage me. Don't do it, guys. Come on. I told you not to do it. Fine. Here come the little itty bitty sharpshooters that are annoying. You're gonna miss. Alright. Basically, the Brigantine in this game is the epitome of they can't shoot me if they can't catch me. It's the fastest ship in the game. And it just looks cool. Oh, great. Another batch of these guys. I mean, fair play to you, but you guys are about to not catch me. Hopefully, if my stamina bar would refill, that'd be great. So, like I was saying, this ship is primarily used for its ram damage. Puts it right back into my health bar. You saw the little health crosses there? That was the Pishkasha at work. And then we're gonna put 2 more torpedoes into it, and that Dutch ship will sink to the bottom of the sea, hopefully. Yep, there it goes. Awesome. Alright, let's catch the wind here and get out. Well, if it would stop, that would be great. Are you kidding me? They glitched, really? Really? Game, why you gotta do this to me? Okay, they didn't. That's good. So you sell the stuff off, and just like that, I make over 1,000 pieces of aid. Once I make port here, I'll go over my furniture for this build, seeing as to how I forgot to do it before we started the missions, but not that big a deal. So if we look back at my ship real quick, bring up the menu. Let's go back down here to manage fleet, and then look at the ship. So the armor, like I said, is the Pishkasha, which restores hull health proportion to the strength of a ramming strike, favored by Sea Lords that favor ramming hulls. So like I said, ramming the target repairs your ship's hull health by 138% of the damage inflicted. So I was hitting, like, what was it? Between 12 and 15k per ram. So 138% of that gets put back into my health bar. This is a very, very, very good armor to go on a Brigantine. And then the furniture pieces I've got are the rigging station, which recovers 1% hull health per second when hull is less than 20% health. The next one I have is Iron Cladding Station, which adds more ram damage, increases ramming damage by 25%. Then, of course, we got the companion screens. Chain links hoisted above the deck. It basically reduces incoming area of effect damage from enemy ships by 15%, reduces incoming burn damage charge by 7%, and increases the max hull health by 3%. The Listari Trophy increases crew attack damage by 7%, increases the weight limit by 8%, and increases my acceleration by 7%, which on a fast ship, that is a good thing to have when you want to get the heck out of Dodge. Then I have the Charge Stores, which adds, it triggers Stormstruck on a target. No, triggering Stormstruck on a target, which is making it be affected, having the stats effect of being electrocuted by lightning, increases the next attack's damage by 50%. It also increases the charge rate of a blaze by 10% on targets with the Stormstruck effect. So if I hit them for lightning and flame at the same time, if the lightning procs first, the burning damage on top of the lightning damage will proc even quicker. And then it increases electric damage by 5%. And then, wait, did I not put the Hubak tuning rack on this? What is wrong with me? And then I have the Medicine Cabinet, which reduces crew depletion from toxic attacks by crew stamina and health depletion from toxic attacks by 20%, increases stamina recovery by 8% while in combat, and increases maximum stamina by 5%. I think that's why I had that on there, but I'm missing out by not having the tuning station on here. Which one was it? Okay, yeah, the tuning station was the one I wanted to do. I want to put that on there instead because I'm throwing torpedoes downrange while running away. Yeah, okay. So there you guys have that. That was my Brigantine build and a demonstration of its effectiveness. I hope you all enjoyed the video. And until next time, see you later, guys.